All right, we're going to show you how to do the Checkpoint 4 Lights virtual lab. First thing we're going to do is click on this link, and this time we're going to choose the last option, the light option, when it pops up here. So light is our pick. Go back and check what it wants us to do. It says press the green button. Slow motion may be helpful as well. It's up to you, and choose the top view. Here's the green button, and as we see, it already says top view, so we're good. Next, it says choose the screen option in the gray box. So gray box, screen, I hit the screen. Now we've done everything we need. Just like the last checkpoint, there's going to be 9 questions. If you get 7 of them correct, even though you have to answer them all, you'll get a C. Get all 9 correct and do one of the extra questions correct for a B, and do every single question on here correctly, and you'll get an A. All right, what do we do here? It says choose the blue frequency and turn the amplitude down to 0 and tell me what you see on the screen when the amplitude is 0. So to choose blue for frequency, we switch it to blue and then amplitude down to 0. Remember, the screen is this part on the right, the furthest right, the part that's going kind of up and down. Give it some time, and whatever you see when the amplitude is 0, you're going to put here and tell me why. Now it says we're going to put the amplitude to the second line for blue, which would be right here. And then we're always going to be looking at the blue screen. I'm pausing now so you don't get answers from my video. You do it yourself. And you'll describe what you see on the blue screen. Once you do that, you'll change this to max. The amplitude turns to max, and tell me what's different about the screen. Which one's brighter or not as bright. It should be the same color, so really you're just looking at how bright it is. We're going to then choose the red frequency and turn the amplitude down to 0 and tell us what we see. And the second line description and max description as well. So in other words, same thing we did, except we're going to turn it to red. Start with 0, press play, tell me what's on the screen, and then max and see how the screen changes. Now we're going to start doing the real science of it and compare the wavelength and frequency. So you will eventually be doing what I'm going to show you for green, red, and purple. I'm going to do it for a different color. So keep in mind, make sure you read. It says green here, red here, purple. And we want to find the wavelength. I actually typed it wrong here, so it'll be fixed by the time you do it. I need to fix that really quickly. Sorry about that. Of these different colors. So how do we do that? All right, we pick the color we want. I'm going to do blue since it's not one of your colors. Pick blue as my frequency. I'm going to let it run until the screen is filled, and then I'm going to measure from one crest to the next. The amplitude doesn't matter, just keep it the same. I'm going to set it at the middle. So make sure we run it until the screen at the right here turns blue. It's blue now, and then to pause. All right, now to measure this, we need to measure the wavelength would be the beginning of one blue to the next blue, or the end of one blue to the next end. So if you notice, there's a little plus sign here. I'm going to make sure that plus touches exactly on the left part of this first wave and the first part of the blue. So my answer for the blue wavelength would be 451.4 nm. That would go here if I had done green. I will say, do not put my answer because they are different for each of the colors. This says, does it matter if you measure from one crest to another crest, like I just did, or one trough? To test that out, you would measure from the beginning of a dark to the next dark line and see if that number is the same or if it's different. You do the same thing we just did for red and purple. And then you're on to question 8. It says the abbreviation for basic colors of the spectrum is Roy G. Biv, stands for red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And it wants to know, does this go in order of increasing wavelength or increasing frequency? You'll be able to answer that by looking here. The colors are listed, and it should tell you just by that. And I might put a video link to help as well. Number 9, ultraviolet rays are more dangerous than infrared because they have greater energy. Why? If you don't know, there's video help here. And then if you get all those right and do one of these two questions correctly, you'll get a B. Both, you'll get an A.